Hello everyone, this is Sean with Force Founder Custom Sabers. I got something a little different for you today. Usually all my sabers are usually modified MHS or scratch builds. Today these are KR Sabers Ahsoka Tano hilts from the Rebels animated series. I have modified them a little bit, mostly in the colors. The bottom one originally was also a silver hilt, but as we all know from the animated series, the Shoto hilt is not silver. It is a gray with silver accents. I took off all the paint that was on the hilt and I gave it a powder coating. I did a, what was it, urban gray from Prismatic Colors on the main body along with the diamonds, and also did a copper coin on these accents right here. I left these in their natural anodization, and the silver is also the anodize that it came with. Also did a light weathering on the hilts. Mostly your build up in the crevices and whatnot. Give it a slight lived-in look to them, especially around where it would be hard to get to and get very little wear where buildup would naturally occur. It is a crystal focus powered hilt. They are both hecked. Got your Tri-Cree LED. It is a white, green for your flash. I chose green mostly because in the animated series I've watched, it could be either yellow or green. It has been mostly yellow, but in the final fight with Vader, it looked more to me like it was a green flash, so I decided to go with the green. And I also thought the green flash looked a little bit better to my eyes. The top hilt, it is also, you got the anodization that it came with, but I again powder coated the gray sections, that urban gray, along with the small sections here and here, that they are gray in this series. You got your copper coin powder coat here with a clear coat, so it has a nice shine to it. I don't know how well it's coming up in the video. It is a gloss. Also Crystal Focus version 9, hacked with 3.7 battery. Your Tri-Cree white, green. All your electronics are held in by a GOTH 3D chassis system for the Ahsoka Tano hilts from KR Sabers. I'll show that to you a little bit, but right now we'll just get them turned on. I'll go and pull the kill keys.
You thought you could get away? My name is Ahsoka Tano.
Put a blade plug in it real quick so I don't blind you guys. There's a white, with a green flash. And that's why you lock down your blades. I did notice on these hilts though, there is a small notch in the emitter section underneath the cover plate. You do get a little bit of a light bleed through on the casing right here on both the hilts. It's not a huge thing, but it's just a small thing that you would notice when you're looking at them, that there is a light leak down here, because the optic is actually right below this cover plate right there. I also have noticed on the hills there's a slight along the hill. I don't know if it's coming across here. You can see it where the cover doesn't quite sit flush with the actual hilt itself. I'm not sure if that's, I didn't give much notice when I first got them because they're all one color, so you can't really tell anyway. But after the color treatment and the weathering, you can see a slight lip where the cover plate is. You can kind of see right there. Not a huge thing, but it is there. I don't know if it's from the machining or if the chassis itself is slightly a little thick, which I'm kind of leaning towards. Can't really take down the chassis though, because then the soundboard itself will be bigger than the chassis. Hit the bottom of the hilt. You don't want that. Go ahead and do the reveal. They originally came black. I did a treatment on them to give them more of a realistic look. I don't really do a whole lot of 3D chassis work. I usually machine mine out. This one looks really nice though, especially after the treatment. It doesn't have a classic look to it. It does take a little bit of disassembly to get the reveal going. Not like your typical hilt that you just unscrew the lower hilt. But then again, these aren't your typical sabers. They're a curved oval hilt. And to take this cover off, it's kind of hard because there's nothing to really grab onto. I just take this screw that you took off and screw it into the second hole from the bottom, just a little bit, and pull it off. So those are the internal. I'll do kind of a close-up on each one. Oop. Toss it off the side. I did leave some length on the recharge port so I could lift up on the chassis itself and get to the SD card on the back side of these chassis in the off chance that we wanted to change any of the settings, add any fonts, what have you. And oh, and here's the window. You can see where the optic is, where it gives you a little bit of light bleed through to the cover. There's a 20mm speaker. Like I said before, there's a Crystal Focus version 9 in here. Had the crystal pulse going on the crystal, which I think is a nice little effect. There's a 5mm white LED, accent LED that's lighting up the crystal itself. But on the internal chassis, this is actually done with gold leaf and also a little black enamel to give it that aged oxidation, like grime look to it that I prefer on internals, because it is a machine with electronics. You expect some kind of wear to be going on in there. And then the larger hilt. It's a little bit different. The recharge port is attached to the cover, so you can't fully take this off. Also, there is a lot of slack on here, so we can lift up on this chassis to get to your SD card access on the back side. I'll give you a close-up view on this one as well. Crystal Pulse, another 20mm speaker. Close everything back up. I'll put a blade in them, and that should do it. These are 7/8 inch blades. You buy a small Allen. The blade retention screws on these things are tiny. Actually, this is not the right one. I just want to crank it down. You don't want to risk stripping out that tiny screw. Alright, that is it. Thank you for watching.